Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a message to Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper, spring break warning, and what a stunning night on the court. The search for Nancy Guthrie now intensifying. Savannah Guthrie and her family released a video overnight.
Your children will not rest until we are together again.
As the FBI sends more manpower and experts in hostage negotiation.
Federal drawdown in Minneapolis. The Trump administration to remove 700 immigration agents from that city. What border czar Tom Homan says it will take to end the surge and how local officials are responding.
New details in the investigation into the suspected biolab in a Las Vegas home. The claims people who spent time there became deathly ill.
Life in prison. What happened when the Florida man found guilty of attempting to assassinate Donald Trump was sentenced? Details on the explosive moment in court.
Spring break warning.
This should not happen again to anybody else, and that's what we want to accomplish here.
The family suing Expedia and the resort after 3 young women died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
The royal family rocked.
Do you have a message for Epstein's victims, Your Majesty?
The latest fallout from the release of the Epstein files. Queen Camilla facing questions about former Prince Andrew. Plus, Bill Gates questioned about his relationship with the convicted sex offender.
Concerning situation. Potential measles cases believed to be linked to a university. Plus, the latest on the measles situation in South Carolina amid that state's record outbreak.
Everybody say, hola, hola,
Heart to heart.
New year, new heart, new vibration.
One-on-one with Kid and Play star Christopher Reed on his surprising diagnosis.
But when you went in, they took you right to the ICU.
In his hope to inspire others.
Bracing for another blast. Ginger tracking the snow, and where we will feel dangerously cold wind chills.
Double court storm. Not one, but 2 big college hoops upsets overnight. Ain't no lie. As we get ready to say hello to March Madness. And the halftime show that's answering our prayers. We are dancing into Thursday. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
No, that is a priest, a real priest. That was not a skit.
Okay.
Good morning, America. Much more on those thrilling moments on the court just ahead. Plus, but days before the big game, the good news about your Super Bowl snacks.
Also ahead, Ginger is standing by tracking the coldest air of the season.
But first, we begin with the search for Nancy Guthrie intensifying as Savannah Guthrie and her siblings plead for their mother's safe return in an emotional message. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky is in Tucson, Arizona with the latest. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Michael. 5 days since Savannah Guthrie's mom was last seen at her home here, she and her siblings are crying out for their mother, whose light, they say, is missing from their lives. And they're addressing the possibility she's being held for ransom.
Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman.
This morning, the heart-wrenching message from Savannah Guthrie and her siblings, choking back tears, pleading for the safe return of their mother, Nancy.
Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again.
Police have said Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home. In their Instagram post, her children refer to her by name and as a grandmother, encouraging any captors to see her as a person.
Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She is funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
In the scaled-down personal video, the Today host and her siblings are approachable and anguished.
Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Their mother is 84 and relies on daily medication she cannot live without.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive.
If she is being held for ransom, her children say they are willing to listen and to talk.
As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us.
Unverified ransom letters were sent to several local television stations, including ABC affiliate K-Gun. Investigators are working to determine if they're legitimate or a cruel hoax.
They humanized their mother and talked in very kind, loving ways about her, because you're trying to touch the heart maybe of somebody who kidnapped or abducted or is holding their mother. And you just never know what switch it'll flip in people to maybe do the right thing.
The search is now intensifying with more manpower and new resources. The FBI is sending additional agents and experts in hostage negotiation and technology. Officials say Director Kash Patel is coming to personally oversee the operation. Investigators return to the home with a dog and put up tape indicating a crime scene. Overnight, her community prayed for Guthrie's safe return. The sheriff here has said he believes Nancy Guthrie is alive, but has identified no suspects tied to her disappearance. The video is an invitation to negotiate. You saw, guys, that the Guthries want proof their mother is alive. They also want to find out what it will take to get her back. Guys.
Yeah. Well, we certainly do hope that she is still alive.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Aaron.
Wow.
Latest now on President Trump's immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. White House aide Tom Homan announced a withdrawal of 700 agents from the city as local officials say more must be done. Matt Rivers is on the scene. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, George. Hundreds of federal agents are now set to leave the city of Minneapolis, but tensions remain high as the ICE operation seems far from over. This morning, some 700 federal agents now set to leave Minneapolis.
My goal with the support of President Trump is to achieve a complete drawdown and end this surge as soon as we can.
Border Czar Tom Homan saying some 2,000 agents now remaining. More could leave soon if Homan gets more of what he calls, quote, unprecedented cooperation from local and state authorities. Local officials calling it a good first step, but wanting a faster drawdown of officers.
They have talked about the conduct dramatically changing. I will believe it when I see it. They have talked about a drawdown of federal agents. I will believe it when I see it.
A recent poll showing 63% of voters disapprove of the way federal immigration laws are being enforced. The courts have repeatedly rebuked ICE for defying court orders. Earlier this week, Julie Lay, the government attorney representing the Department of Justice, who, according to court records, was handling 91 immigration cases over the past month, telling a judge, "The system sucks. This job sucks." The judge grilling her about why the government had ignored his orders in 5 separate cases, saying the government has routinely wrongfully detained migrants and violated court orders to release them. Lay responded, saying getting ICE to respond to court orders is like, quote, pulling teeth. The judge had threatened to hold the administration in contempt, that attorney then saying, "Sometimes I wish you would just hold me in contempt, Your Honor, so that I could have a full 24 hours of sleep." An official telling ABC News Lay has since been reassigned, a DHS spokesperson calling her conduct, quote, unprofessional. And overnight, President Trump weighing in, saying the administration is considering a federal intervention in 5 additional cities, but he refused to clarify which ones he was talking about. Robin?
We'll see what happens there, Matt. Thank you. We're going to turn now to the coldest the coldest air of the season that is moving in. I can't believe I'm saying that, Ginger.
I was going to say, it's hard on a winter like this where some people have seen the coldest in years, if not decades, to tell you that it is about to get colder. There's an extreme cold watch from, say, Burlington, Vermont, down to Butler, Pennsylvania for this weekend. It is going to be brutal. In New York City, the coldest we've been so far this season, actual air temperature, 9. Look at Sunday morning. 5. Philadelphia, 5. These are real temperatures. 10 Washington, D.C., 4 below zero for an actual temperature in Pittsburgh. Turn the wind on, because that's going to be the problem this weekend, is the wind is going to be gusting 30 to 50 miles per hour, and it will feel even colder. This is what a human body feels. 19 below Syracuse Sunday morning, 17 below Pittsburgh. New York and Philadelphia, 17 and 16 below zero. These numbers are not just uncomfortable. In some places, this can cause frostbite in just 10 minutes. So keep an eye on that. It's also throughout the day. It's not like the sun angle yet can do its job and warm us up. So the actual high temperatures are not going to get out of the 20s, if not the teens in New York City. And it's going to feel way colder. I'm telling you, by Saturday night, you're going to be like, what is happening? So blustery from Pittsburgh to Buffalo. That's an actual high temperature of only 8. Okay, we've gotten the bad part out of the way. We get as coldest air of the season, and then we start to moderate. By next midweek and then late week, this above average takes over much of the nation. So things are looking up. We just have to get through this weekend, Michael.
Well, we sure hope they are. For all those people who say, I love it when it's cold, I rebuke you. Yeah, it's freezing out there, okay? We're going to turn now to the investigation into the suspected biolab in the Las Vegas home and claims that people working and stayed there fell deathly ill. Stephanie Ramos is here with the details. Good morning to you, Stephanie.
Good morning, Michael. Good morning, everyone. The FBI and the Las Vegas police found more than 1,000 samples at this alleged illegal biolab. Authorities received a tip from a house cleaner who said she got really sick after walking inside that lab. This morning, new court documents allege multiple people became deathly ill after spending time at an illegal biolab inside a Las Vegas home.
Our investigators identified a significant volume of material, including various vials and storage containers with liquids of different colors and compositions.
According to newly released court records, police were tipped off by a former cleaning employee who told investigators she entered the garage, which was usually locked, and found refrigerators, freezers, glass beakers with reddish liquid, and equipment she believed was lab-related, along with a foul, stagnant smell. She told police she and a handyman both got deathly ill days later, suffering breathing issues, extreme fatigue, and muscle aches. She allegedly told police others who lived in the home, renting rooms off of sites like Airbnb, became sick as well. Authorities arrested the property manager, Ori Solomon, who now faces state and federal charges, including improper disposal of hazardous waste tied to biological agents. Investigators say the case may be linked to another illegal biolab discovered in California, allegedly run by a Chinese national arrested in 2023. That defendant has pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial, but so far officials have not released test results from the seized materials. Now that's been sent to a secure lab in Maryland. Authorities say the investigation is ongoing, and they warn the public there is no known active threat at this time in that neighborhood.
It's scary.
It is very scary. It's frightening to know that this was happening just a few blocks away if you're in that neighborhood.
Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. We're going to turn now to the man convicted of attempting to assassinate Donald Trump at his Florida golf course in September 2024. Ryan Ruth was sentenced to life in prison. Victor Kendo's in Miami with the story. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, George. Ryan Ruth currently being held at the federal detention center behind us. He was found guilty on all counts, now sentenced to spend the rest of his life in prison.
This morning, Ryan Ruth, the Florida man, found guilty of attempting to assassinate then-candidate Donald Trump, sentenced to life in prison. Federal Judge Eileen Cannon rebuking the 59-year-old. Your plot to kill was deliberate and evil. You are not a peaceful man, and you are not a good man. In September 2024, Trump was golfing at his West Palm Beach club just one hole away. A Secret Service agent spotted a rifle pointing out of the bushes. This audio playing during the trial.
Individual in the bush with a gun.
The prosecution saying Ruth planned for weeks, making 17 trips to scope out Trump International, pointing to this note they say was handwritten by Ruth. Dear world, this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I'm so sorry I failed you. Ruth representing himself during the trial, insisting this was different. The prime opportunity was there for the defendant to shoot the president. Why was the trigger not pulled? The trial lasted 12 days. The jury finding him guilty on all counts after deliberating for just 2 hours, leading to this explosive moment in court, Ruth attempting to stab himself in the neck with a pen. Officers swarming him and dragging him out of the room. He was left with marks and bruises.
And Ruth, who never took the stand during the trial, plans to appeal.
Guys, we'll see what happens there. All right, Victor, thank you. Now to the countdown to Super Bowl 60. Sam is here with how both teams are preparing for the big game on Sunday.
All right, let's see how it goes. You know, Robin, I say 60 is the new 49. With Drake May's elite deep passing and Seattle's dominant blue wall defense, this is going to be an exciting Super Bowl. And while the teams may sound familiar, in no way is this a repeat of Super Bowl 49.
The Seahawks and the Patriots took to the field on Wednesday, making final preps for Super Bowl 60. And with all this pressure, it's hardly a regular practice. Both quarterbacks nursing nagging injuries this postseason, but both Drake May and Sam Darnold say they'll be ready on Sunday.
Feels really good. Definitely the time off has helped a little bit.
I'm feeling great to go.
New England wide receiver Stephon Diggs is hoping to win his first ring after 11 seasons in the NFL. But don't call him excited.
Excitement is what I get when I maybe buy a car or buy something new or buy a watch or something. Right now, I just want to work.
Here is one Super Bowl fan that surely is excited. The game this Sunday will be a bittersweet one, as he says it will also be his last.
And I have said that before, but this time I mean it.
What started off as a challenge turned into a 6-decade-long tradition for 90-year-old Don Chrisman and his famous Never Miss a Super Bowl club.
Tom Brady, 2-time Super Bowl MVP.
This New England native will get to see his beloved Pats play in the Super Bowl for a 12th time.
I think I'm happy with it. I'm actually shocked we got this far.
He says it's his last. I'm not so sure. In addition to the big game, we're also counting down to, now we're in my zone, the halftime show. Bad Bunny is doing his press conference today, and we will hear how he's preparing for his big performance on Sunday.
Many are going to be tuning in for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Sam. Coming up, James Longman has the latest fallout from the Epstein files. Hey, James.
Hi, George. Yeah, the Epstein scandal is having far-reaching implications on both sides of the Atlantic. And now the British Prime Minister is in serious trouble. We'll have the details coming up.
All right, and also ahead, the new spring break warning after 3 young women died on vacation by their family that's now suing Expedia and the resort.
And breaking at 8, growing concern about measles cases potentially linked to a university.
Coming up, Will Reeve is getting ready to talk to Drew Brees ahead of the Super Bowl. So you stay there. We'll be right back. There's our guy.
He'll dribble it out. The buzzer sounds. It is Bedlam at the barn. The Gophers upset Michigan State.
Well, you heard the announcer. What a night for college hoops. Minnesota's Golden Gophers with a huge upset over number 10 Michigan State fans. You see storming the court, but wait, there's more. In Portland, historic win over Gonzaga. Freshman Joel Foxwell with 27 points to help propel the Pilots to their first ever win over a top 10 opponent in program history.
Wow. Big night. Now to more headlines new at 7:30. The Supreme Court is allowing California to use a new congressional map for the midterm elections. The court rejected an appeal by California Republicans to block the map, which was designed to help Democrats. California Governor Gavin Newsom hailed the ruling, saying the president started the redistricting war. Last year, the Supreme Court upheld a Texas map expected to help Republicans. Overnight, a public safety helicopter crashed in Flagstaff, Arizona. The chopper went down in the woods during a shootout with police in a quiet residential neighborhood. Officers took the suspect into custody.
Footage posted on social media shows a fireball erupting into the sky near a train station in Russia. According to state media, Russia's railway company said freight cars carrying fuel derailed and caught fire, igniting the explosion. Multiple skiers were suspended on a gondola at Gore Mountain Resort in New York State. First responders were called as about 20 cars carrying some 70 people were stranded before everyone was removed. Officials say there was a mechanical alignment issue with the lift, and thank goodness no injuries were reported.
And this morning we are remembering singer Lamont McLemore, a founding member of the Fifth Dimension. The band had a number of hits in the 60s and 70s, winning 6 Grammy Awards, including Record of the Year twice for Up, Up and Away, and Aquarius, Let the Sun Shine In. Yes, McLemore also had a career As a sports and celebrity photographer, he was 90 years old.
Full life.
What a full life.
Yeah, absolutely. Now to the growing fallout from the latest release of the Jeffrey Epstein files for the British royal family. Previously unseen images of the former Prince Andrew are causing uproar. Chief International Correspondent James Longman is in London with the story. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, George. The Epstein scandal has forced the rich and the powerful to answer uncomfortable questions for some time. But the latest Epstein file release is implicating household names on both sides of the Atlantic, and it's reaching deep inside the British establishment.
The British government and the royal family rocked this morning by the scandal surrounding accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein.
Do you have a message for Epstein's victims, Your Majesty?
Queen Camilla facing questions about the now former Prince Andrew, who's been all over the papers for days. The now disgraced Andrew Mountbatten Windsor moved out of Royal Lodge, where he lived for more than 20 years, and will now live on King Charles's privately owned estate, far from the public eye. A planned move, but perhaps rushed forward after the release of these photos as part of the US government's Epstein probe, showing him crouched over a young woman, her face redacted, the context and date of the photographs unclear. The files also suggest Andrew and ex-wife Sarah Ferguson both continued a relationship with Epstein for years after his 2008 conviction and jail time for soliciting a minor. When asked why he stayed at Epstein's home in the years after he went to jail, Andrew told the BBC,
"It was a convenient place to stay. I've gone through this in my mind so many times. At the end of the day, with the benefit of all the hindsight that one could have, it was definitely the wrong thing to do."
Newly released emails show the former Duchess of York in regular contact with Epstein around the time of his sentence. In one 2009 exchange, Ferguson referred to Epstein as the brother I have always wished for. A representative for Ferguson declined to comment. Ferguson has now had to shut down her charity for the foreseeable future, a spokesperson saying the decision comes after some months of discussion. The Epstein controversy raises serious questions about why so many of the world's most powerful people interacted with Epstein after his conviction on child sex crimes. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates is also under scrutiny. The billionaire speaking with 9 News Australia about his relationship with Epstein, saying they met in 2011.
It just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that. It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Gates insisted his relationship with Epstein was focused on raising money for philanthropy and global health. His interview coming one day after the billionaire's ex-wife Melinda French Gates spoke out in an interview of her own.
Whatever questions remain there of what can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
Well,
and I am so happy to be away from all the muck.
Now, there is a serious possibility that the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer could lose his job over all of this, and that is because he appointed Peter Mandelson as British ambassador to the United States. But Mandelson is alleged to have leaked sensitive market information to Jeffrey Epstein. So the big question for Starmer, who is already very weak here, is what did he know and when? Today, Starmer has been speaking. He's apologised to Jeffrey Epstein's victims. He's apologised for believing what he called Mandelson's lies. And for his part, Peter Mandelson says he regrets ever having known Jeffrey Epstein. Guys.
Yeah, so many layers and the fallout continues. Thank you so much, James. We're going to turn now to a new spring break warning after 3 young Massachusetts women died of carbon monoxide poisoning while staying at a hotel in Belize. Their families are now suing the resort and the travel site Expedia. Rhiannon and Allie is here with more. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Good morning, guys. Yes, this was supposed to be a fun girls' trip. Instead, 3 young women went to Belize and never came home. And now their families want to make sure this never happens again.
This morning, 3 families mourning the loss of 3 friends found dead from carbon monoxide poisoning in their hotel room in Belize are suing.
Our grief is delayed because in that moment we had to stand up.
The women, 23-year-old Koter Nakad, 24-year-old Iman Mala, and 26-year-old Wafa El Arar, checked into the Royal Kahal Beach Resort in February of 2025. Surveillance footage shows them entering their room and never leaving. Housekeeping finding their bodies 2 days later after entering their room with a master key. Autopsy results later revealing the cause of death as acute carbon monoxide poisoning. The source, a faulty water heater.
In the immediate aftermaths of their deaths, the resort itself and the authorities hastily suggested that drugs were to blame, a conclusion that wrongly shifted the suspicion onto the victims themselves.
The wrongful death lawsuit targets a broad list of defendants, including the resort and U.S.-based travel booking platform Expedia. The lawsuit claims Expedia owed a duty to warn of known or reasonably discoverable dangerous conditions associated with resort accommodations they advertised.
This was not an unavoidable accident. That, as we allege in the complaint, it was a foreseeable result of decisions that put safety last and bottom line profits first.
Attorneys say they want the case tried by a jury in a U.S. court. The family is holding on to hope that the loss of the 3 young women was not in vain.
This should not happen again to anybody else, and that's what we want to accomplish here.
We reached out to Expedia and the resort, but they have not responded. But guys, we do know the women's hotel rooms did not have a carbon monoxide detector.
All right. Yeah. Incredibly sad.
Really
Leanna.
tragic.
All right, thank you. Now with news for your Super Bowl party. The maker of some of the most popular game time snacks, lowering prices. Consumer correspondent Becky Worley is in San Francisco. Got those numbers for us. Good morning to you, Becky.
Robin, good morning. Yeah, throwing a Super Bowl party can be pricey, but the maker of some of the most popular snacks saying they are going to be lowering prices up to nearly 15%. PepsiCo, who makes Lay's potato chips, Doritos, and Cheetos, says that they heard from customers who are feeling the impact of rising prices across the board on groceries. So they've also added the new suggested retail prices begin rolling out in the United States this week. And because retailers ultimately set their own retail prices, shoppers may see even greater savings depending on the store. Now, this follows a Wells Fargo study saying a Super Bowl party this year will cost $140. And Robin, that's up a few bucks from last year.
Just a few bucks there. But how did the price cuts on snacks reflect, Becky, the overall state of grocery prices and inflation?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag when it comes to inflation and groceries. Sorry for the pun, but we're going to extend that out to show you by example using this plate of nachos made for us by the folks here at Splash Sports Bar in San Francisco that are housing us all week. We've got our reduced cost chips on the bottom, and then we're going to throw some ground beef on top. That's up 15.5%. Then we're going to put some salsa on. Tomatoes down about 3%, and vegetable prices roughly flat. Then we've got cheese, which is down 1.6%. But if you want a beverage with that, well, beer is up 1.3%. Spirits are up 1.8%. And if you have a few too many of those, well, then their breakfast the morning after, you might need an extra cup of coffee. And coffee is up 19.8%. With eggs, though, down 20.9%. So as we wait to find out if the Seahawks or the Patriots will win this weekend, I think I'll just have a few more of these nachos.
Yeah, and share with the group. They got up so early there behind you. It's like, you know.
I know, you guys, you'll be hitting this.
Okay, make sure. Okay, all right.
Early morning nachos.
Nachos for my friends. Way to go, Beck. Way to go, Becky.
Better sport than me having nachos early in the morning. Thank you, Becky. All right, the song is going to play into our play of the day. Oh, get it!
Yeah.
Get it! This is about a priest with happy feet. And you got happy hands.
No,
right now.
I mean, you know, come on, we all love the song. It's Father O, America, for the win. So check out the halftime entertainment during a high school basketball game in Henderson, Tennessee. That's Father Nanso Ohanaka of Pope St. John Paul II Preparatory School dancing to NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye.
He's got moves.
He's in a full cassock, by the way, all 33 buttons done, saying bye-bye to any bad vibes there in the gym. Father O, even surprising those fans by, do we have it? Do we have it? He does the split.
No,
I don't know how. Yeah, he does.
No.
Yeah, he does. Oh! Father O! One person commenting online, before he was a priest, he was a millennial. Amen.
Well, the second he did that split, we all went, oh! So Father only lived up to his name.
We needed that.
We really did. We did.
I love the guy in the background who stood up and gave him a little love. I love that.
Gotta show him some love. Coming up, Lori B is on the next stop on our 50 States and 50 Weeks tour as we say good morning to Wisconsin. Come on back. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. The search for Nancy Guthrie now intensifying as Savannah Guthrie and her family released a video overnight.
Your children will not rest until we are together again.
As the FBI sends more manpower and experts in hostage negotiations.
One-on-one with Christopher Reed of Kid and Play.
Now everybody say,
Revealing he underwent a heart transplant, what he's saying about his diagnosis, his recovery.
I hope that I'm the same person, but that I'm a better version of myself.
From burnout to breakthrough. Meet the man who quit his job and live his dream traveling the world, sharing how he did it.
And 50 States in 50 Weeks is in Wisconsin live, home of some of our favorite shows. Sports.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy is coming home.
And yes, cheese.
Okay, Wisconsin, cheddar.
But there's so much more to explore as we say good morning, America. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America. It is just 3 days until the big game. Will Reed is in San Francisco this morning talking with Super Bowl champion Drew Brees about Sunday's matchup and the big honor that could be coming for the former star quarterback later tonight as Will gets the crowd all riled up.
You know what that might be, right?
Could be.
H-O-F. Okay. Also ahead, the big change coming to some food labels. We have a GMA exclusive with the commissioner of the FDA.
First look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with the search for Nancy Guthrie. It is intensifying as Savannah Guthrie and her siblings plead for their mother's safe return in an emotional message. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky is in Tucson, Arizona. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning again to you, George. 5 days after Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her home here, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings posted a heart-wrenching and intentional message addressing both their mother and any possible kidnappers.
Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman.
This morning, the heart-wrenching message from Savannah Guthrie and her siblings, choking back tears, pleading for the safe return of their mother, Nancy.
Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again.
Police have said Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home. In their Instagram post, her children refer to her by name and as a grandmother, encouraging any captors to see her as a person.
She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
Their mother is 84 and relies on daily medication she cannot live without.
Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
If she is being held for ransom, her children say they are willing to listen and to talk.
We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen.
They humanized their mother and talked in very kind, loving ways about her, because you're trying to touch the heart maybe of somebody who kidnapped or abducted or is holding their mother.
The FBI is sending additional agents and experts in hostage negotiation and technology. Investigators returned to the home with a dog and put up tape indicating a crime scene. And we're told FBI Director Kash Patel is coming here to personally oversee the investigation. The belief, the hope, is that Nancy Guthrie is still alive. But as you heard from the video, Michael, the family wants proof, and they want to know what it will take to get her back. Michael.
Yeah, and we hope they sure get her back safely. Thank you so much for that, Aaron. We're going to turn now to a concerning situation in Florida. Potential measles cases believed to be linked to a university near Naples. Hannah Battah joins us with the very latest as health officials monitor this. And good morning, Hannah.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. This potential outbreak is on the southern end of Florida's Gulf Coast. At least 20 cases are believed to be linked to Ave Maria University, a small private Catholic university. County government said in a Facebook post that it is providing free MMR vaccines. Neither the Florida Department of Health nor Ave Maria University have answered repeated calls and messages from ABC News regarding this situation.
And they're in South Carolina, measles vaccination rates are the highest they've seen in years.
Right, and that's due to a separate outbreak, Michael. This South Carolina state is experiencing a record-breaking measles outbreak that just continues to grow. Health officials there say about 95% of those infected with measles are unvaccinated. Many hospitals in the state now requiring visitors to mask up to contain the spread. 7,000 more doses of the MMR vaccine were given last month compared to January of last year. Spartanburg County, along the North Carolina border, is the epicenter of the state's outbreak. There, the county experienced a 162% increase in MMR vaccinations in January compared to January of last year. Doctors say they are encouraged by these new numbers, but they note that far more immunizations are still needed to contain the virus's spread.
That's what you want to do. You want to contain it.
Yeah, but when you have 95% of people with it aren't vaccinated, hopefully it'll send more people to just get the vaccination.
Push those numbers in the right direction.
All of that.
Yep, absolutely.
And good to see you. I always see you on overnights. It's good to see you here early in the morning. I don't know how you're doing it.
The light of the
I don't know how you're awake, but you're here. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you both very much. Now, a GMA exclusive with the FDA commissioner about new guidelines for labeling foods with dyes. Elizabeth Schulze joins us from Washington with that story. Good morning to you, Elizabeth.
Good morning to you, Robin. So there are so many labels on food packages with claims like all natural, organic, non-GMO. It can really get confusing when you're shopping at the store. This morning, the Food and Drug Administration tells us that it is making an immediate change to try to clarify one of those labels in its effort to cut Americans' consumption of artificially dyed foods.
This morning, a change in the grocery aisle. The FDA updating guidelines for the no artificial colors label on food packaging.
For consumers, this should mean more clarity. They'll be able to trust and understand what it means when a label says no artificial dyes.
For the first time, the label will now include foods dyed with natural sources like beets or watermelon juice. Products made with synthetic petroleum-based dyes still won't qualify for the label. It's part of a push by the administration to discourage American families from buying foods with artificial coloring.
Removing artificial food dyes from the U.S. food supply is not a silver bullet that's suddenly going to make our children healthier, but it is one important step, and it is one set of chemicals that just doesn't make sense.
Big household brands like Walmart, General Mills, and Hershey have already pledged to reduce artificial dyes in some of their products by the end of next year. While research on the health impact of natural food dyes is limited, artificial chemicals can cause inflammation, and some studies show they make children with ADHD more hyper.
At face value, this proposal is actually it seems sensible. My question is, what happens when we go to places in the country where people don't have access? Are they going to be able to also access these new foods that don't have petroleum-based food dyes, and are they going to be affordable to them?
So there is a general consensus among medical experts that natural dyes are a better alternative than artificial options, but some say the bigger focus should be on limiting ingredients that have higher risks to children's health, like saturated fats, sugars, and salts, which is what the FDA says that new inverted food pyramid is trying to do, guys.
All right, Elizabeth Schulze, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And coming up in our GMA Morning Menu, February is American Heart Month, and I had a chance to sit down with Christopher Kidd Reed of Kid and Play. We talked about him undergoing a life-saving heart transplant.
Also ahead, from burnout to breakthrough, one man shares how he was able to quit his job and travel around the world.
Plus, Lori Bergamotto is in Wisconsin for 50 states in 50 weeks from an iconic building designed by famed architect and Wisconsin native Frank Lloyd Wright. She'll tell us the special ways the Badger State is showing its heart. And what do you and Sam, what do you and Tori have up?
Well, Robin, you know, some people say, hey, but you leave parts of my body out in Deals and Steals. But Tori is not today. Look at her. She's like, what is he doing?
What is he about
it's
to
from
say?
head to toe, and we even have your nose. That's coming up right here on GMA. How did I do?
Okay.
We're back now with our GMA cover story. It's American Heart Month, and Christopher Reed from Kid and Play is sharing a major health update, revealing he's recovering from a heart transplant. I had a chance to sit down with him to talk about his diagnosis and why he is sharing his story.
New year, new heart, new vibration.
Roll with Kid and Play. Now everybody say.
Christopher Kid Reed, half of the iconic hip-hop duo Kid and Play, has always poured his heart into everything he does. Known for his high flat top fade, dance moves, and upbeat positive lyrics,
We present ourselves as the very best.
Reed helped bring hip-hop mainstream, not only with their music, but their cult classic house party films.
I'm never fessing, possessing the tools that it takes to rock. I think it's time for the new kid on the block.
But after performing for nearly 4 decades, Reed was surprised when he started slowing down. Take us back to the beginning. When you first started to experience some symptoms, what were you experiencing?
Maybe over the last year or so, just started to feel a little bit more fatigued than before. And then when you feel like that shortness of breath, sleeping a lot more than normal. And I think sometimes you kind of just chalk it up to, I'm getting older, the road is harsh, doing the old kick step, you know what I mean?
This past July, Reed's symptoms began to intensify, pushing him to go to the emergency room for answers. It was there that doctors gave him a surprising diagnosis. The doctors tell you have congestive heart failure.
Congestive heart failure, that's correct.
But when you hear that, congestive heart failure.
Yeah, that's
Are you thinking, no, not me?
Exactly.
Initially, Reed was treated with medication, but at his 3-week follow-up appointment, his cardiologist grew more concerned.
He came in very swollen again, and that is a little unusual in somebody who's been started on treatment for the swelling to come back that quickly.
That evening, Reed had planned to fly across the country for a performance. His doctor, urging him not to go, ran additional blood work.
The blood work confirmed my suspicion. It showed that his heart was failing and it was starting to affect his other organs.
Then they called back a couple hours later and said, you know what, we got these other tests back. You need to come to the emergency room right now.
Well, when you went in, they took you right to the ICU.
Right, because I guess they, with these latest test results, they saw something that required that kind of immediacy.
That's when doctors told Reed that a heart transplant was his only option, immediately placing him on a transplant wait list.
So when we think about status for heart transplant, he was very high on that list because of how ill he was and really dealing with a kind of life or death situation.
They went straight to, let's get a heart. So I got evaluated physically, I got evaluated mentally, and also too, I wanted to let them know at the same time, like, hey, I am worthy of this. If I do get this gift, I intend to respect it and really really live life to the fullest.
It's unusual for a patient to be so sick and to be so warm to the people around them. The way he handled it externally was incredibly calm.
Just 9 days later, Reed received the call he'd been waiting for.
So they're saying, hey, we got the heart, and we want to put it in tomorrow night at 10 p.m. And we like, excuse me? You're like, but that's how it is. So the next night, 10 p.m., we go in, and about 7 hours later, I have a new heart.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
How is the recovery process? How is that?
Man, they get you going. I don't know if the bed got to go to somebody else, but they get you going quick over at Cedars. I'll tell you that. I'm looking at the machinery. The heart before was looking like I failed a lie detector test before, you know what I'm saying? But now it's looking like zooming.
Has this changed you? And if so, how has it changed you?
I hope that I'm the same person, but then I'm a better version of myself. Because man, this is a beautiful life. It's great. And I want to be around for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
And with his second chance at life, Reed hopes to inspire others to put their health first.
A lot of people walking around with heart disease because they don't go to the doctor. And traditionally, people of color don't go. We don't go for a lot of reasons. Sometimes we don't go because we don't have insurance. A lot of times we don't go because we don't want the bad news.
Yeah.
Or we too busy just hustling, trying to make it from day to day, and we feel like we don't got time, or we'll get over it. Well, You might not. So I'm urging all of my fans, all of y'all loved ones to get it checked out.
You're right about that. I think a lot of people ignore symptoms, but I think having you here talking about it, someone who everyone knows, who we grew up with, it really is an eye-opener.
It's worth it. Get yourself checked out.
Yeah, I know that. And you can't help your family if you're not around. Plain and simple. You know, he said it's a beautiful life, and he is a beautiful guy. I really love hanging out with Chris. And he says he's feeling energized. He's working on a new comedy special. He's planning more Kid and Play tour dates, and even writing a book appropriately titled Heart of the Matter.
Great spirit.
Great spirit, great energy, and we just had a great time with it. He really wanted to share this message for those out there who may be going through some of these things and don't realize what it is. Go get yourself checked out. And it was a surprise to him, and hopefully it's helping a lot of people.
He's doing all right. Yeah.
He's doing
But I
all
love
right.
how he said it's also got to get prepared mentally, not just physically, for the transplant.
It's a big process, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Time now for Deals and Steals. Why wait for a Valentine's Day gift when you can treat yourself right now? And Tori is here with deals to make you feel and look your best. I'm your buffer with Sam.
Okay, thank you.
I'll protect you.
Thank you. I
protect you.
appreciate that.
You got
Okay,
that.
so you could transform your posture with this Taylor Swift approved posture correcting activewear. Taylor was seen wearing these from Form throughout all of the rehearsals of the Eras tour. The company exploded, but it's really beloved from Olympians to working moms to stay-at-home moms, and it's all about the fit and fabric and technology that's in these. So you see, it's not just like an ordinary piece of clothing. It's FDA registered. They have 35 patents.
Set your shoulders back.
Seriously, it's making me stand up straighter already. So we've got their signature bras that really train the body to have that muscle memory to then stand up taller, have better posture, align your shoulders to get your shoulders in place, reduce neck and back pain. So it's not just like aesthetics, but it's also really about physical health. Everything from Form, including their best-selling these high-rise leggings. These also have all of they're cute, but then there's also science and technology in these as well. Everything from Form is slashed in half.
I love how they're high-rise.
Yes, the high-rise is key. Okay.
Also posture.
Pinch Provisions making their GMA Deals debut.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got all of these little kits that make sure that you have everything you need. That's not for your head. That would be for a dog's belly. You promised me, Robin. It's like we're off the rails already. Okay, so mini emergency kits. That's what they were best known for. In this tiny little kit right here, 17 essentials for everyday emergency. Yes, in this teeny little kit. So, like lip balm, breath drop, stain remover. Look at this cute little mirror that it comes with. It's really got everything in here. Everyone should have one of these bags. There you go. We've got them for Valentine's Day.
Smart.
We've got self-care kits, wedding day kits, pup parent kits. I love this right here. It's a little Sweet Dreams eye mask that has a built-in Bluetooth speaker. So if you need some little pick-me-up, some treats for you and for others, we've got 36 different options on the website. Start at $6.
And I love the message. Look at you, ready for anything.
There you go.
I love that.
There you go. Okay, Paracone MD, you know, one of our favorites. We've got a really big assortment. One of our newest products, this neuropeptide decrease serum. So for those marionette lines, what I learned is that you put it on first on a clean, dry face, and then you patiently wait for it to dry before you move on to your moisturizer. Because when you're so quick with your routine, you're diluting the power of your serums when you move too fast.
That makes sense.
So slow down the process, see better results. We also have their keratin hair treatments, which phenomenal. This balm is one of Elena's favorites because you get this really soft, beautiful glow. Everything from Paracone today, slashed in half, including the Cold Plasma Plus collection, plus
free shipping. That is a great savings right there.
Another fabulous one you guys have been asking for, Features socks. Features are phenomenal. So you never have to worry about blisters. You don't have to worry about bunching, slippage, all the things that happen with sometimes cute socks. But these not only look good, but they're really performance-based. We have a big variety of them. They've got targeted compression, anatomical design. They really stay in place. And also because of this special high-density knitting, these are really durable. Like these are built to last. glass.
Right there where you get a lot of wear in the toe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, without that reinforced toe, you're in trouble.
Yep. Yeah.
Not with features. Everything today slash in half starts at $8. We even have the plantar fasciitis ones
Don't
that
get
a lot
too
of people
comfortable.
wear.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
coming
don't
back for
touch,
you.
Dan. Don't touch.
I'm coming back for you.
Zoya,
Those are
sold in some of the finest and used by the professionals in some of the finest salons. All great nail care treatments, award-winning formulas. So we've got the color polish as well as then the naked manicure treatments. If you just want strong, healthy nails.
Healthy nails.
Yes,
Sure.
which everybody does. Even if you put polish on it, you want them to be healthy. This is for you. It's a really fabulous line, all slashed in half.
Good.
And then finally, roses.
Yes.
We've got 4 different dates for you to choose from to
These
treat
are
yourself
great.
or someone else. 2 dozen long stem roses, peach, pink, or white. To me, all 3 because they're so beautiful. You can choose with or without a vase. This is a gift to give yourself or someone you
is.
love.
So
2
lasting.
dozen roses. They start at $44 plus free shipping.
Send it
from
to
Rose
yourself.
Farmers.
It's so fun. You just open the door, you've got the flower delivery. It's great.
That is. We have, and we thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know. When I look at him, I get like good.
I know.
We've partnered with these companies on these great products. You can get them at gmadeals.com or that QR code on your screen will take you there. Will Reeve is with Super Bowl champion Drew Brees when we come back. Thank you, Tori.
Tori, good job.
Excellent. Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
Yeah, we are, Robin Roberts. All right. We're back now with a global movement from a guy who decided to live the dream. Really, when corporate life was wearing him down, he hatched a plan to save a lot of money, quit, and travel the world. It's a story we first saw in People, and he's gone viral, inspiring others to do the same. Take a look.
It is day 1, solo traveling Thailand.
Nick Sklavos is finally living his dream and the dream of many, traveling the world.
You think New York City traffic is bad? Think again. This is Ho Chi Minh City, aka Saigon.
It started as a personal breakthrough that arrived for Sklavos after fearing burnout at his corporate job in finance.
I didn't really want to rot away behind a desk. I kind of just wanted to go see the world before I was too old to do it.
Before he quit what he says was a good-paying job, the 25-year-old saved up for more than 2 years using a high-yield savings account.
I decided to move home, so I wasn't paying for rent. And yeah, it was a little daunting because it's kind of terrifying leaving, a stable income to go and have none.
This is the greatest morning expedition ever.
Sklavos began documenting his solo backpacking adventures on TikTok.
What's up, buddy?
Racking up millions of views on his posts.
The day before I left, my mom said, Nick, you need to document everything. You need to make videos of your whole journey.
Some of his viewers inspired by his travels, taking their own leap of faith to see the world too.
I think it was 1 or 2 people told me they actually started their journey through Southeast Asia because they saw my videos. And that was just, I was tearing up a little bit.
Sklavos' advice for others, don't let life pass you by.
Go experience life now while you have the time, while you're healthy. Don't wait until you don't have those things. I feel like a lot of people take their life for granted. Don't.
So a lot of us are thinking, even with the savings, because $5 for a night in a B&B or something, and then $2 for a meal. That's where he stays in that. Yeah. But he does splurge on occasions. Is there a time in your life when you would have just thrown it down and hit the road?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
not now.
I did it for once. I did it for about 6 weeks, but that was it.
Yeah,
6 weeks.
That's a long time, though. That's a good one.
But we had a colleague, one of our former producers here.
Yeah,
Denise and her husband, who put everything in storage, traveled the world for about a year, documented it.
Yeah,
and now she's back.
Yeah, came back to great jobs too. Yeah.
Hey, I'm like, are we able to do that? Come back to this job, man. Hey,
Michael, are you going to do it on $5 a day?
$5 a day. That won't work. But hey, I can splurge a little more than that. Simone, I need to talk to you after the show, see if that's possible. All right, it is time now for GMA Game Day. Will Reeve is with our friend, legendary quarterback Drew Brees in San Francisco ahead of Super Bowl 60 this Sunday. Hello, you two All-Stars. What's up?
Hey, good morning to you, Michael. I am with the one and only Drew Brees. What do we think, everybody? And Michael,
Michael, Drew is part of a club that you are in, Super Bowl champion, and maybe tonight joining another club that you're in, joining the Pro Football Hall of Fame, perhaps. We're going to get into that in a second. But first, Drew, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thrilled to have you. Yeah. We are here for the Super Bowl. We'll start with that. Pats, Seahawks, who you got? What do you think the game's going to be like?
Well, I think it's going to be a heck of a game. These two teams deserve to be here. I really love Sam Darnold's journey. Certainly deserves it. But Drake May and that Mike Vrabel-led New England Patriots team certainly put themselves in a position to. They're just gritty, tough, and they find a way.
Okay, so we did not get a pick from you. Maybe we'll come back at the end there.
No pick.
Yeah, all right. You're a diplomat there, but you're also uniquely positioned to understand what these two quarterbacks are going for. You played in and won the only Super Bowl you appeared in. What are Sam Darnold and Drake May going through right now in the days leading up to this game? What does it feel like as you prepare?
Well, you're trying to make it like any other game, and that's why you just prepare the way that you do during the year. Every rep in practice, every game rep is a Super Bowl rep, but you can't get past the fact that it is the biggest game of your life for both these guys. Especially, I think, the journey for Sam Darnold has been, there's so much up and down and maybe so much doubt at times, and so here he is now leading his team into a position to go win a world championship. It's one of those things where the first few plays, you are as nervous as you've ever been, and then you just realize, hey, after the flash bulbs all go off at kickoff, it's just like any other game.
Then it's just football.
That's just football.
Okay, but now you watch football in a different way. You are an analyst, so you're locked in on the game, but you're a fan and you're a football dad. What is it like, now that you just get to watch from afar? How do you experience football as a fan?
I love the game. I have such a love and a passion for it. I watch it as a fan. I want to take it all in. I'm certainly analyzing the game and as if I'm out there playing. I look at each team and figure out how I'm going to attack them. A lot of times I can tell what's happening on the back end of the coverage, even though maybe I can just see, through the TV screen, just the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And a lot of that's just from studying these teams.
Yeah.
Even before I was an analyst, I still can get into the database and watch all the games from the All-22. So I do that just because I love the game. I'm a fan. Yeah. I'm also stealing plays for the high school football team that I coach. So always trying to get better, always trying to evolve and keep up with the game.
Hey, man, that's why you're a champion, and that's why you may tonight be a Hall of Famer. Tonight you may find out that you're inducted into the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. A well-deserved honor should it come to pass. I think you've got a pretty good chance. We'll leave it at that. But what would that mean to you to hear your name called and be enshrined in Canton?
It's
said first ballot easy, is what they said.
I never could have imagined that my name would be called and be a part of that club. I have such a respect and reverence for this game and all the men who played it, and really that we're riding on their shoulders. And I think our task was just to make the game better than when we found it. I hope we did that as we watch this next generation, take the reins. But it would be, I think what you realize is that is a pretty unique club, a very, very unique club.
Yeah, what a journey you've been on in your career, and now here you are as an ambassador of the game, and you're here in the Bay Area with the Sports Illustrated Tickets family. They've partnered with the New England Patriots. You're a part of the whole experience. What do people need to know about Sports Illustrated Tickets? That's been an incredible partnership. I'm an investor and global ambassador for Sports Illustrated Tickets. New England Patriots are one of our partner clubs, as are many across the country. And this is, teams across Major League Baseball, the NHL, NFL, European soccer, MLS. So we're very excited about that. It's one of the largest global ticketing platforms when it comes to secondary and primary tickets. So whether it's concerts, theater, ballet, you name it, NFL games, professional sports games, we provide immersive experiences and give fans that iconic Sports Illustrated experience every time. Yeah, well, if you need Super Bowl tickets, I guess you can call Drew Brees, is what I'm getting out of that. Guys, this is such an honor to have a Super Bowl champion and a potential Hall of Famer, Drew Brees, right here.
Well, as you know, we sit next to one of those that you just described. But can I say to Drew Brees, can I tell him, on behalf of Who Dat Nation, we are going to be watching tonight. You are so deserving of being in the Hall of Fame. And I was there in Miami for that big Super Bowl win. You had us a little nervous, until halftime. But the way you all came back in the second half, and just wishing you all the very best, Drew. You deserve it.
Hey, we were just setting up that onside kick for you.
Our heart was like, oh.
Had to make it interesting.
And you did.
Yeah. And Drew, from somebody who played against you, many times, you definitely are a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. I look forward to your name being called tonight, because it would be such a waste of a great haircut if you don't walk off that stage and get as a Hall of Famer.
Time for the occasion.
Well, good luck tonight, man. We'll definitely be watching. So proud of you.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us on GMA. Great job there, Will, is also.
Now, with 50 states in 50 weeks, we are in Wisconsin, the 30th state. Can you believe it? The 30th state we visited. It's known as America's Dairyland, but thanks to one woman, it could also be called America's Heart. And Lori Bergamato is there to tell us all about it. Good morning again, Lori.
Good morning. I'm thrilled to be here in Racine, Wisconsin at the S.E. Johnson Global Headquarters. Look at this place. It's amazing. We have so much to show you here, but first, one woman's campaign of kindness, leaving letters all around the city of Milwaukee with inspirational quotes. She leaves them for strangers to find, and she says that her efforts not only uplifted the community, but also enriched her life as well. Take a look.
Every day is a chance to create a memory and to love a little more. Robin Roberts.
They're the words that give us a little boost.
We are the good news that we have been looking for, demonstrating that every dusk holds a dawn disguised within it. Today we don't burst into a new world, we begin it. Amanda Gorman.
And sunshine in our spirits.
I think I was creating something that I would have needed.
Katrina Lord of Milwaukee saw a need to spread kindness and hope, so she created Milwaukee Love Letters, where she writes quotes and other messages of inspiration.
My hope is that people see that it's an enjoyable hobby, it's sharing what you love, and that you can make an impact on a stranger's life.
Since then, Katrina has written nearly 1,000 letters.
Sometimes I'll leave those in coffee shops. Little free libraries, we often come across those, so I'll put one in there. And then bulletin boards, so around Milwaukee, and I write open me on the outside, trying making sure that someone knows it's okay, they're not finding like someone else's letter.
Katrina does not see who might receive the letter, but has heard back from a few of those lucky recipients.
One person said they saw it as like a nudge from a loved one that they had just lost, where it was like she had lost her mother, and she found this note that was something that they had in common on the quote, and that was really meaningful.
Inspired by Katrina's work, Claire Herrig joined in, also leaving notes around the Milwaukee area.
I'm inspired by artists and creatives who use their passions and skills to connect with one another. Milwaukee Love Letters has allowed me to do that same thing.
And Jill Capacchione, too.
I've been inspired by MKE Love Letter, and I hope that my work spreads love, joy, and positivity.
And for GMA,
hello, good morning, America. Thank you for being the good news and being the sun through the clouds.
She wrote us our very own Milwaukee Love Letter.
No matter your storm, it never rains forever. It can't and it won't. Ginger Z.
And Ginger, Katrina gave us her letter with your quote on it for me to leave for someone special right here in Wisconsin. So I'll definitely make sure to do that. Guys,
thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you, Lori B, for that. And did you know that it is National Weather Person Day? So happy National Weather Person Day. Thank you, Ginger.
I didn't know that until earlier this morning, but I am really grateful for your thoughts.
You got it. And happy National Weather Day to you, too.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're going to work on the name, though. National Weather Person Day. It's long, right? All right, now back to Lori B telling us more about homegrown creativity that you can find in Wisconsin. Lori B, hey, was that the architect of the space that you were in? Frank Lloyd Wright, I think, right?
It is indeed, and that's right, Sam. We are in Racine as we count down to America's 250th birthday. I'm here with this great crowd at the S.E. Johnson Global Headquarters. And as you said, it was designed by architectural icon and Wisconsin native son Frank Lloyd Wright. This segment is sponsored by S.E. Johnson, whose groundbreaking work right here in Wisconsin has had an impact all over the world.
Innovative, organic, serene, masterpieces with grandeur and glory. Legendary architect and designer Frank Lloyd Wright's creations are architectural wonders, From the Falling Water House Museum in Pennsylvania to the Taliesin West in Arizona to the Guggenheim Museum in New York and here in Racine, Wisconsin at the S.C. Johnson Global Headquarters. Wright designed the administration building in 1936, creating a modern work of art, and inside the iconic Great Workroom, majestic tree-shaped columns, drawing visitors to the campus every year. Just a few miles up the road, our sponsor S.C. Johnson founded the Center for Insect Science in 1957, manufacturing household pest control and personal repellent brands like Off, Raid, and Baygon.
S.C. Johnson has been studying insects in Racine, Wisconsin for nearly 70 years. We actually study the biology and the ecology and the behavior of these insects to see how they impact human health. Malaria is a devastating disease. Around 600,000 deaths every year, mostly in sub-Saharan Africa and mostly in children under 5.
Chairman and CEO Fisk Johnson, featured in company documentaries, says they are proud of their impact around the globe.
S.C. Johnson is a 5-generation family company that has worked hard to make the world a better place. We can bring resources, capability, expertise that no other private enterprise can bring to the fight against this disease.
To combat malaria, the team at S.C. Johnson developed Guardian.
This is Guardian. It's a spatial repellent product, and what that means is it releases an active ingredient into a space in someone's home. If you just hang it on the wall or from the ceiling, it doesn't require heat or electricity, it just works. It's also really flat and lightweight, so it's perfect for last-mile distribution in really remote areas.
The World Health Organization recommending spatial repellents in 2025, making Guardian one of the first new malaria prevention tools they've recommended in over 2 decades.
The development of this tool has never had a profit motive, and it never will have a profit motive.
It also works against not just malaria, but also against other neglected tropical diseases like dengue, chikungunya, Zika, and leishmaniasis.
Across the world, Guardian is saving lives.
And what we need to continue doing every day is finding more and more partners to help us deploy this at scale.
This Kenyan village along Lake Victoria has been ground zero for malaria. In 2024, villagers receiving Guardian to help combat the disease.
It's truly heartwarming for me to see how it's helped their lives, how it's allowed them to sleep easier at night.
You can find out more about the work S.C. Johnson is doing by going to GMA's social pages, and we'll be right back.
We're going to go right back to Lori Bergamatto in Wisconsin. Hey, Lori.
Hey, you guys, when most of us think about Wisconsin, we think cheese, beer, and of course, the Green Bay Packers. And that's all true, but there is so much more. Take a look.
From its bordering 2 Great Lakes and the Mississippi, to golfing at the 500-plus golf courses, or splashing in the water park capital of the world, where there's 1 cow for every 5 residents. Welcome to Wisconsin, becoming America's 30th state in 1848. Native culture is prominent here, with 11 sovereign nations. Craving something sweet? The first ice cream sundae was scooped in 2 rivers in 1881. A small wooden shed in 1903 created the first Harley-Davidson. Sports are big here. There's the Milwaukee Bucks, Green Bay Packers, and college staple, the Wisconsin Badgers. When you tailgate, have a bit of cheese. There's over 600 varieties. And sip Milwaukee's Miller or a Leinenkugel from Chippewa Falls.
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance.
Does this brewery look familiar? Laverne and Shirley was set here too. And born here, Tony Shalhoub.
You have no resume.
They hired me anyway. And his co-star, Rachel Brosnahan.
We are the music makers. And we are the dreamers of dreams.
And the incomparable Gene Wilder, who portrayed the original Willy Wonka.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
From pop culture to the biggest names in Hollywood, Wisconsin shines bright.
Into your imagination.
And another fun fact about Wisconsin, they have a state pastry. It is the Kringle. And we got this one from the O&H Bakery right here in Wisconsin. It's run by 4 generations of the Olison family. I sent some back to you guys over there in New York, so I hope you enjoy the Kringle. I know I
Good
would.
stuff.
We are enjoying.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Oh.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
You can see we have great appetite.
That was a good Kringle.
I love it.